starting to become virtual at this point. Okay, here we are. We are back with Genshin, new stuff, new Archon quests. Let's go! Plot. Friends. Here's new friend. And now it's raining on us. Very rude. Let's say hi to new friend. Person, hi.
Alright, next let's see your right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Oh, I'm already sad. Oh, poor thing.
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
I'm feeling something. Is there something we can help with?
Yeah! Since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day.
Why does this kind of feel like he's just getting rid of two people he can't do anything with right now? Like, here, we're gonna give you this super easy task just so that you feel like you're helping.
And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
I mean, I'm sure...
Roger,
Hi,
I'll be right there. Alright, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Look! Plot!
Yes, you can count on me.
Her eyes are pretty.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Hey, I mean... we're good. You got stuff you gotta do, that's fine. You're not obligated to sit here and watch.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities
Well, have fun with
can be
that.
pretty diverse.
Hope nothing bad happens.
They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals.
Kinda sounds like the job of the Adventurers Guild should be doing. Speaking of, we have had no word of whether or not they even have a branch out here. We should probably look into that, considering that's a big part of how we're able to get around.
As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven.
Paimon, traveler, this way!
You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Right. Anything unusual would be... what exactly?
Nothing wrong with these two lamps.
Cute.
Let's move to the next ones.
She's not out here in the world walking with us. That's kind of sad.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it.
It does kind of look like it fell over, huh? I love the oversized flowers.
No problems with this lamp. Good.
I want them in my teapot. I have to work on getting a recipe for that. But why are we going over here? No, those are different flowers.
The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before.
Oh, we saw it. We saw it. We've already said hi. I've been playing around with Dendro Traveler and like commissions and stuff, and it has been fun. But I mean, that's also coming from someone who thinks the elemental reaction system in this game is really cool. So yeah, and Dendro seems to be very very reactive. So this is just like, yep, this is everything I wanted and more.
It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
No need to worry. I'm a terrific climber. Shouldn't be a problem.
I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas.
Well, you have a little flying.
By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh boy. I hope I'm not gonna have to pronounce that first name too many times. I mean, I will try. I will give it my best effort. But I'm also not that good at pronouncing things until they've said it a few times at least. So, we'll see. I will try.
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Is this gonna be another Electro situation where there's technically two of them? Because I'm only interested in talking to the one who was there for the Conria situation. So if she wasn't there, if she's a newer addition, we have a problem.
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
Here it is. Sounds exactly like what happened to Raiden Makoto. Does it coincide with Conria?
According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru.
That's interesting phrasing.
To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarasthana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
So she probably doesn't know anything about what happened with that, and probably doesn't know anything about it, rather. Yay! So they're setting us up for disappointment, but I'm terribly curious what's going to happen with that whole dream sequence this chapter. We'll call it chapter open up
Well,
with.
and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
For the record, I feel like I should say this just so that we're all on the same page as to how much context I have. I have read some of the manga or comic or whatever that they have. I have read it. I've seen the comic. So I know. And if you haven't read the accompanying comic thing that they have, it is like a prologue comic. I don't remember how long it is, but it's a thing. It takes place in like a year-ish before the game starts. So, yeah. If you have read it, you know what I'm referring to probably, or at least suspect. And if you haven't, oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers.
But we just met.
Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
There it is! We're best
Wait,
buddies.
Amber? You mean...
Amber, outrider of the Knights of Favonius, the avid glider from Mondstadt?
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her.
That's adorable.
If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and...
Oh boy. And
sorry.
huh? Wow, we've never seen this side of you, Kalai.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
We could arrange a meeting. We could get you like her autograph or something if that's what you want. Like, that would not be hard.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that
Okay.
you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
For an honorary knight of Mondstadt, how would we have not met the other knights?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, has Amber been telling her all about our little misadventures? Oh
In
boy.
one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion.
Aw.
I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Yeah, Paimon's kind of unique. Kind of hard to mistake Paimon for anybody else.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really.
Oh, I can already see the conflict here. Oh no. Because we don't fully trust her master. Or at the very least, he's highly suspicious of us, I think. Oh boy. Oh, I already feel bad. Hopefully this won't be like a problem, but like it could be.
I wish I could tell you more about the Dendroarchon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
It's okay. We know more now than we did 10 minutes ago, which is an improvement. And you're more helpful and honest with us than the other guy has been, I think. So, we're good.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Ruka Devata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them.
Okay, I hope. I'll try.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendroarchon?
You see, we're on a very special little quest. Oh, it's complicated. It's very, very complicated. Explain the purpose of your journey to your
So
friend.
that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right?
How much did we tell her? Presumably we didn't mention Gonria. Or the otherworldly stuff. Yes, brother missing, Archons can help. That probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense to regular people. Paimon's right. We're friends.
Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You
Yeah.
both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
I hope nothing happens to her. Like, just stay safe, okay? Stay safe. Oh, by the way, I pulled on the character banners, on Zhongli's banner, because I wanted to see what would happen. I didn't get him, but I got her. So I have her. I don't know if I'll ever use her, but I have. But I has. Maybe if we ever get Pyro Traveler, I'll use her. The day we get Pyro Traveler, a lot of things are going to burn. Very excited for that. That's probably not going to be for a very long time. Which is fine. I'd rather them take their time and do it right than try to rush and then, whoops, we broke it and we can't really fix it. Like, I mean, yeah, some things can get patched out and fixed, but it's better if they just do it right the first time. At least that's my opinion on that conversation. And,
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
maybe Lesser Lord
The
Kusanali?
name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later.
I do wonder about these Archon statues. Because I'm kind of wondering, like, do they change when the Archons change, or are these statues made by people? Because they seem to have a lot of power in them if they're just regular statues that were made by regular people. I mean, we'll see.
Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below.
I mean, if it ever becomes relevant, I'm sure they'll clarify it, but definitely enough to make me curious. So is that the big city in the background with like those, like a castle-looking place? Although I guess it could be a college of some kind, based off what we've been told about this place. You might want to meticulously clean the statue.
Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
Mm-hmm. Geronimo! Where is she? Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Oh, she's over there. First, I want shinies. Like, if it sparkles and I can pick it up, I'm going to. It's rules. There's rules in this channel. What's that? New flower. Gimme. Rules. Neat. I bet those will be important. Hello, friend. Small friend.
Kale, we're back.
Welcome back.
She's actually shorter than us,
After
I
all that
think.
climbing, let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Which is impressive, because the meat is not that tall. Like, the meat is shorter than IRL me, so...
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring?
I'm on some restraint, please.
Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
Are we gonna learn some new recipes? There's always supposed to be recipes.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them.
Aw.
Whoops! Ah, no, you dropped it. Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
I almost actually planned for this. So, that is the second time we've seen her drop something. I think there's supposed to be an implication that the thing that happened to her in Mondstadt has caused some kind of damage or issue in her, either her hands or her arms or her wrists or somewhere that enables her to hold things.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there.
Yeah, I feel like she...
Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank
Much as she
goodness
can
you
be.
wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
And there goes Paimon running her mouth.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission.
I think he may have a point, though, if I'm right. If my speculation is correct. But again, something as... I don't think they'd have a character intentionally drop things twice unless it's something they're going to bring our attention to. It doesn't seem like this game's style to not do that.
Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the Veteran Rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature.
Oh boy.
Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears.
That does sound like something Tainari would say. Speaking of his ears, I'd really like to pet them. I honestly, I could do either one. Because this one's true, but, let's go respectful for now.
Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure the sages were not happy about his responses.
Yeah. The people with the authority to tell the nation's god where to live probably aren't too happy about being denied. Hopefully that doesn't cause problems.
Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest watcher. Every day he helps the locals of the forest and passes on his extensive knowledge to trainees like me. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here.
Well, I assumed it wasn't her. She'd probably drop me. And I don't mean that to make fun of her. If I'm correct about this being something closer to a potential injury or disability or something, I'm just making a joke. We're all having fun here.
Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
What did you do?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little.
What'd she do?
But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why? Is she going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Paimon was worried about us.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kali started to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some primordial wrath!
Oh no, whatever are you gonna do? I'm so scared of the teddy fairy.
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, there it is. Huh? Sorry, what's the matter?
Sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
That's why you always...
No, I just...
It's...
I didn't mean that.
There it
Kale,
is.
are you okay? What's the matter?
There it is.
No, I'm... I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that.
You could just tell us, like, hey, I'm just not cool with... I'm just not cool with certain things, which is fine. If you have boundaries, set and enforce them. Doesn't matter for the reason for those boundaries.
Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh?
I'd rather not linger here.
What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Except we can, and she's not running. But, okay. Sure. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. I think it's... I don't know. We'll see how this goes. The person. Hello. Oh, that desert. Hmm. That's strange. That's very strange.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Who are you?
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
You should apologize.
Okay. Guess what?
Oh, cool. Oh, and the recipes. Might as well pick this up. Don't really need new ingredients. Always a win. Not at this time. We do not have enough recipes.
How many Rupeshabah mushrooms do I need?
5 dozen. We have enough for a grand feast this time.
Puppy. Good puppy. This is the... Yeah, this is this place.
How many Rupeshabah mushrooms do I need to sell?
Or above us. I think it's above us.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
And he's waiting outside. Of course he is. I think we should just apologize. Maybe make something for her. And then move past it. I don't think pushing the issue is any good.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
Yeah, that's about what I figured.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute.
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
Okay, that sentence is all kinds of, like, alarm bells. She hasn't been around anyone she considers a friend? That's... Like, you have a small village full of people here. And she doesn't consider any of them friends. She's part of an organization, and she doesn't consider any of them friends. I mean, maybe this is a localization issue, but oh boy, that's concerning. that's not new, not that he doesn't say new friends, which would be fine and probably more accurate. But anyone considered a friend? Yikes! Big yikes.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
I don't feel comfortable looking into this issue without, like, her knowledge or being, like, okay with it.
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
That's fair. Where are we going? You going over here? Yes, I know they have, like, these little, like, warp points, I guess you could call them, that you could just, like, zip to and not have to walk around everywhere. But I choose to walk around because I want to see the world. Like, they made this beautiful location. I want to see it.
Alright, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... well, because Kale asked me to.
Okay, that's fair. I feel more comfortable about this now. If she's cool with us knowing about whatever this is, then I'm cool with
And honestly
learning.
speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
Yeah, because we're honest people, unlike I don't really think you are, Mr. Fluffy Ears.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body.
Okay.
At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, The disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
And there it is. And there it is.
That sounds terrifying.
Lose all control over their body?
Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Yep.
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
So is there any cure?
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar.
Of course there isn't.
Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
And there it is. And there it is. And there it is. Oh, God. Yeah. I cannot wait till we get to... I can't wait till we get to the Fatui home base and just get to destroy everyone there. just uproot the entire tree. Because, I mean... Clearly, this organization has the moral backbone of, I don't know, like a cricket. The joke there being that crickets don't have backbones.
What? The Fatui?
Yeah, bad guys. Bad people.
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation.
We killed a harbinger. And I would be happy to kill more of them. Okay, technically, we didn't kill Senora. But it is our fault that she's dead. and we would be happy to properly kill one. Or at least I would be. But let's be honest. Most of them would deserve it. Like, Tibet would be a better place without most of them existing.
Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them.
Yeah, look at the expression on Lumine's face. Those are some very angry eyebrows.
However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant.
Of course not, because they're the Fatui. They're terrible people.
Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Yep.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She has nothing to apologize for.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
There you go.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her.
I think it might be better if we leave like a note. Because I don't think we'll be staying long in this village.
Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
I like that he's being protective of her in some capacity. Makes me feel a little bit better about him. Like, it's clear that her well-being matters to him on some level. So that's good.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
How's her condition now?
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better.
That's good.
Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us.
And that decision has had consequences, hasn't it?
Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right, Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Wait, can we come along?
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
I am not a fragile little child. I'm a little sturdier than that. And also, I don't think I'm recovering as much as you claim I am. I'm pretty sure I trust him a teensy bit more now, but I still don't fully trust him or think that he fully trusts us. So, just gonna throw that out there.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Okay, that's weird.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Newspaper. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Yeah. Who's down here?
No one escapes my... Scatter!
Yes. I can use it.
Yeah! Propagate! Scatter!
Rude. How dare you, dog? Okay. With you. Oh. Did I stand up one? Is that what's making that noise? It's like a weird noise. I could be going crazy. Fully possible. It is again. Or is it those little blue circles that are popping up on the map? Is that what that is? That's not true. Yeah. It's these. Oh, that's why it was in parentheses, because for whatever reason, the names are different. That's strange. Usually the localization teams have been more consistent with that. Okay. You collected a bunch. I mean, I don't know how many he needs, but I'd rather have extra.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient.
We
We'll
have more than
rendezvous
that.
here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Yes. I mean, rocks up with just armfuls of flowers.
Alright,
This help make
we
friends
gathered
feel better.
enough. Hey, Tainari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality.
Don't mind me. Look, I'm someone who finds a very hard time sitting normally in a chair.
I'm quite
This is
glad
not
you
how I
two came
normally sit.
along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Happy to help. More than happy to help you gather whatever you need. Because even though I don't 100% trust him, I like 60% trust him. So if he says he needs something, it probably genuinely does, and it probably is genuinely for helping people. I think it's just us that, like, I think he would potentially lie to us if he felt he had to protect his people, if that makes sense. Like, if his options were tell us the truth and risk someone, or risk Kalai getting hurt, or lie to us and protect her, he's gonna choose lie to us and protect her. Every single time. That's what I believe.
Hey, Tainari!
And there it is. We've been interrupted.
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling your name! They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go
Hopefully
find
that
out what's
happened.
going on.
Hi, Nikki! We're in a new place. New place is pretty. But I also really like jungle biomes. Hello, friends. Hopefully nothing's exploded.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
And look at his fluffy ears. They're so cute. I mean, he seems... I'm not sure how he... Oh! It's... You can't... The light is making this hard. So it's Sleepy from Snow White, and it says, I'm 110% tired. Yeah. Because of how this setup is, all the text is mirrored, as you can tell from this. So it's yeah. It's an insomnia joke. So I was like, I have to have this one. And Mom's just like, yeah, you do. Because she knows I suffer from insomnia, because I've always had it. I was literally born with sleeping problems, so, this seemed appropriate.
We just discovered a withering zone.
Oh no. I mean, I don't know how bad that actually is. This is the first time we've heard of it. But we're in a plant-based area, and it's called withering. That's never a good sign.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly.
Sounds like we're gonna have to go do something.
Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading, so we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
We are going with you. We're going with you to help. bold of you to think you get a choice in whether or not we help you with this.
Wait, Kainari, why don't you let us help you?
Yeah.
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands.
Well, there's only one way to learn.
There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering.
Mm-hmm.
The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Aw, you think petty mortal things like withering plants is gonna be able to hurt me? That's cute. I mean, who knows what'll actually happen when we go inside, but if if patterns of everything... Hey, Stan, welcome back.
Yes, Amir
Yeah.
is absolutely right.
I'm
I
not frightened
wasn't
about
kidding
this
when I
thing.
said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
Yeah, well, we have a bit of a special party trick.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here.
We may not have a vision, but we have... The guy in green? He's just a forest ranger. He's just a forest dude. He's just a random NPC. He's not important. The dude with the fluffy ears is important, though.
Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
I might be able to help with this.
But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Because I'm special.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me.
Okay.
We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
I saw your tweet spin, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how much cringe is it? Where is it? Over here? Let's go over here. Sprinkles. I have no idea if I'll ever need any of these flowers, but I want all of them anyway.
Stop.
That's fair.
Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
That's kind of fair. That's probably how I feel whenever I... Yeah. Yes, I have things over here. Probably whenever I look or read some of this, there's probably similar feelings. Hey, that's fun. You're like, yeah, I've improved as a person since this moment in my life. And, you know, improvements are always a win.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved.
Gotcha. Let's do this.
Thank you. But I must warn you. Don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all.
I'm not scared.
Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Scatter!
This. Oh, this is a different thing. Little friends. Just two. Red's probably bad.
Spring
Yes,
forth!
that's typically how these things work.
Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Ha!
You die.
Sa! Yeah! Yeah!
Am I not doing this correctly? I'm not doing this correctly. Actually. Okay. Hang on. There's probably text I should read. Dreadful withering. Withering is not a fixed location. Instead, it refers to areas that have been corroded by some sort of mysterious and ominous power. In these areas, characters will accumulate decay. Sort of this accumulation will differ depending on the withering zone you're in. How much decay you have accumulated, party members will have their elemental resistance, physical resistance, and magic increased. Okay. I just found this. I'm still learning what all of these things mean or do. This is brand new stuff, and I'm learning it. I see. Okay. I gotcha. I know what to do. Take green things to other green things to blow up the red thing. Gotcha. Okay. I understand what we're doing now. Yay, learning. These, good, bad.
Propagate!
Where's green red? This is a mechanic that was just introduced. Gotcha.
Scatter!
We're learning some thingies. Whack. That's fun. Next time. Right here.
Great
That
work.
sounds fun.
Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Ow. Very rude.
Go, go, Baron! Don't blink! Hey! Ha! Ha!
Now, destroy the tumors at the liberator.
Yes, destroy. Break. She says, go, Baron, buddy.
Everything's returning to normal now.
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
She summons a little stuffed rabbit. And it takes enemies' attacks and it explodes, dealing fire damage to everything. Combine that with basically, yeah, more or less. Except more reliable. And sets fire to things. I unironically love Amber. She's great. Of course it would be Nikki.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
He seems like the type to always be worried about something.
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself.
Ben's gonna leave us in suspense for a minute. Hang on. Raphael.
For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Okay. Now we're gonna enter tower speculation mode. Earlier, we were talking to a person, and she mentioned something about a Crimson Lord that was fighting with a previous god of this location. The thing we were just dealing with is red. Probably connected. And if withering zones are also seeming to have effect on the girl's sickness, also probably connected. So is this disease some kind of curse or some kind of side effect of some other curse or thing that this Crimson Lord person put on country? I mean, we have not met any of the people involved in that conversation. I'm just throwing ideas out there based off information we've gathered.
Huh? But why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Is there no way to permanently get rid of the withering?
No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world.
We've been down there. We've been down very deep holes.
By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
No, I think I've heard it somewhere before.
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards.
Is that what we saw? I bet that's what we saw. Or some depiction of it. To explain, for those of you who might be brand new to this, when we first got here, one of the first things we did was get exposed to some kind of incense and then fall into a sleep where we had some kind of, I'm pretty sure it was some kind of prophetic dream of some kind. Either a dream of something that happened in the past or something that is going to happen in the future. Probably a bit of both. So we'll see. And we saw a very strange tree. So not impossible. Until stated otherwise.
I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground, all the way up to the surface.
Right. Spreading and extending from a massive cavern. Sounds a lot like what I saw when I first lost consciousness in the cave. Yes! Yes!
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul.
Incorrect. That is an incorrect statement. Because we know the origin of Archon's powers at this point. I mean, yeah, they're still able to do things, even without the chess pieces. But it's been made pretty clear that they are the basis of a lot of the Archon's power. So we'll see about that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
And as for the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
Huh? You mean Irminsul is sick?
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul.
Okay, that's what he is. That's why he has extra fluffy ears. Gotcha.
I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
I'm pretty sure this cure has just arrived and gotten into town. Because this would not be the first time we've purified an ancient magical thing. I mean, that was literally the first thing we did was help purify a dragon, so... Giant plant? That doesn't seem like too big of a problem. And we interact with ley lines constantly. So... We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes. Yeah, those are... Yeah, good. Yeah. Pretty dragon. The dragon was really pretty. He has a cool design. Nice. I'm gonna get this waypoint though, so we're gonna go up there and get it. Up we go. Up we go. Come on. Oh no. Come on. You good? You good, Spin? You got that out of your system? I mean, as long as you're having fun, that's what we're here for. We're going over here. I want this one instead. This one seems easier to get to. I wish we had. I could get the goat because I think her climbing animation is funny looking from what I've seen of it. It's just up here. You got this. Get up there. Come on. Here we go. And up there. But yeah, look how pretty place. Enemies.
Get him! No escape!
That's a really good day. Rude. Cute. Stay dead.
A reward on the road.
Chinese. Probably should consume a stab item. Come here. Which one? Where? You. Come on. I don't know. Towers is getting this waypoint. There's probably an easier way to do this, but shush, it's fine. Gimme. There's waypoint. There you are. Cute. And now we go back. Oh, once we came. Where are we going? We're going over there. Pretty. Whee! have no idea if gliding is actually faster than just walking over there, but it's more fun. And that's what we're here for. Speaking of fun, whee! Paris is amused by simple things, okay? He's going up the giant tree. And here we are.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The
Easy.
withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that?
Bird! I caught
Oh
one
no,
earlier.
Hypatia!
Birdie. Bird friend.
What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see
Well,
what's
it's-
written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Probably because it's cold.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation.
Right.
She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
Okay. Let's go deliver groceries.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, they probably talk frequently enough that they probably have, like, codes and symbols and stuff. You know. Why waste the time to write a whole detailed explanation out quickly when you could just make a unique communication method of being like, hey, you see this symbol, here's the most likely situation.
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... well, I'd prefer not to remember that.
Or it could be that she does this way too often.
Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible.
Okay, what can we do to
I've
help?
got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Okay.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Yeah. Did we forget that that's a thing? That I've been having a weird reaction to certain things here? Which is part of his whole deal, but, I mean, we'll see. It's still strange to me. Out of all of the plants, minerals, objects we've been exposed to on Savat, this is the thing we react to? This one. Everything else we can touch and consume and use without any kind of hint of an issue, you know. But this stuff we react weirdly to. This stuff that grants visions and people meditate with. Okay, sure. We'll pretend that I believe you, that it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, just ramped up to 11 because Traveler.
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
It's a light and refreshing fragrance. No unusual feelings this time.
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that she'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Is that like is the little pod thingy connected to his ult? No, there's no drugs in this game. There are no drugs in this game. Yet. but there is weird magical nonsense happening, and we'll see.
Back when we were clearing the withering zone, I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the dendro element. I knew then that she would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious?
Here it is. Here it is. What I saw weren't hallucinations, were they? I understand that you're joking, Spin. We're good. I'm not, like, offended or anything. I was just trying to clarify in case you were asking seriously. We're good.
That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. You didn't strike me as the type to apologize for anything he does. Because you only do the things you actually believe are worth doing, huh?
Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. I knew it.
My
Okay.
forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru.
Yeah, okay. There it is. He's finally being honest with us. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'm glad you and I are on the same page, buddy. Look, I just want to say hi to your Archon, ask her a few questions. She probably won't be able to answer them, but I want to ask them anyway.
Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you.
This would be the part where much, much later we cut to the part where he is in fact not telling us everything still, probably. We'll see. We'll see. I don't fully trust that he will not try to keep secrets from us in the future, depending on the situation. So what exactly was it that I saw?
When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneal are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
Yeah. Okay. I just had a thought. This thing is, this tree thing is all about memories. And we're missing a bunch. We are missing a bunch of memories. So could we, in theory, either restore or relive all, if not part, of our missing memories? You know, find out what actually happened with the whole Conrear situation and maybe what exactly happened with our brother. Because like I said before, our memories are scattered at best. Not reliable. Roxas at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2 has more reliable memories than Lumine here does. I feel like you're making a reference here, Spin, and I have no idea what you're talking about. But,
that sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
Because she was busy, and we're just random strangers who wandered into her cave.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others.
Okay, cool. I've never heard that song. I'll have to look that up. I've heard of that band before.
Please, wait here for a moment.
You'll have to forgive me. I've had Once Upon a Dream from Sleeping Beauty stuck in my head most of the day. Yeah. It was nice the first few times, but after like hour 3 of it, my mind's just like, please
it's a meal I
cooperate with
packed
me.
for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, friend.
No. I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Well, we try.
Acacia
We try and help
should still
everybody.
be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
There's that again. It's over there. Probably just follow the path and find her. I'm happy I finally got Angelina playlist. She's more than earned one. It was just me trying to figure out the right combination of songs to work with how she operates.
Acacia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Frog, give me Frog. Sprinkles over here. Oh, it's just a mushroom. I want it anyway. Look, if this game is going to enable my hoarding, I'm fully happy to indulge it. Person? Person, you good? Person?
Hello? Acacia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Let's look deeper in her cave first. That's... I feel like... Wait, sound. Clatter. What was that sound? It sounds like it's coming from inside the cave. We're gonna go say hi. Also, it's strange to me that we're being separated from Paimon for this. Because that's not a normal thing. That's not a frequent occurrence. It's Acacia. Is she okay? Hello, little dude. We've seen those before. Hi, friend. Hello, friend. Are you friend or are you foe? That'll be good. I have no idea what those things are. He's cute. He looks squishy. It looks like it'd be fun to hug him, to be honest. Where'd he go?
There you are. Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
No!
Need water.
Don't kick the baby. She looks famished. You're good, Spin. It's fine. I'm not gonna judge you for anything you say or do in my chat. Any mischief or anything you do or cause, I've probably earned tenfold, let's be honest. She looks famished. She somehow has more energy than I expected.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first. Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Secret knowledge. Let's go for the mist. Oh, something bad's about to happen. I can feel it.
How'd things out here end up looking like this?
We're not conscious, are we?
What happened? And where are we?
Relax, Paimon. There must be a logical explanation for all this.
Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
I don't think we're as alright as Tainari thought we were. Oh boy. What in the Wonderland? What in the Wonderland is all this? Oh boy. boy. Oh, great. Great. Okay, I know what's going on. For the record, Spit, that little pop-up that we just got, Door of Resurrection, that means they're expecting you to likely die. But that doesn't pop up unless they're like, yep, there's a chance you could die. Which means we're gonna have to kill some things, or we're in a dungeon, basically.
This place is huge!
Yeah.
I knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Rude. I want Chinese, though. Give me. No. Jump. Gaining height. Oh, I need to. Zip. Oh boy! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What is this? Oh, it's like a loading screen, I guess.
Huh?
Where are we now?
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Oh boy. Oh boy. I have no idea what's happening, but I am here for it. Where are we? What is this place? It looks like an eyeball. Why are we back with the Inazuma decorations? We're not in Inazuma anymore. What? Never in this again. What is happening? I'm sorry if any viewers are confused. I can't help you. I have no idea what's going on right now. Shiny! Primeval rosin and domains. Collect? Pick up? Open doors? Cool. What do? Oh, nope, 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 nope. I've done this wrong. Okay, let's try this again. Let's failure this time. Yeah. Jump. 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 Here we go. Why are you like this? Let's failure this time. Okay, which direction are we going? That one? Oh, what is this? Oh, hello, friends. Oh, have I got some nasty surprises for you.
Terminate! With sword comes shadow.
This is why I like Dungeon Traveler. This is too much fun.
Go, Baron! Come on!
Heal
We
now.
can do it!
Yes, Traveler, 1 HP.
Don't blink!
Go for it! Venting is good for you.
Let it rain! Propagate! Hey! Spring forth! Cut to the chase!
I mean, I killed them pretty quickly. There wasn't that many effects. I mean, there was a couple. It wasn't like... To be fair, Barbara's ultimate does not deal an ounce of damage. It is solely for healing. Just in case... Okay. Okay, if that's your opinion, then okay. I see where you're coming from now. I mean, you could arrange it so that there's, like, that there's less stuff going on. But so far as, like, playing with this particular setup goes... Well, to be fair, it's an... When this one's ultimate is a big multi-slash, yeah. But, I mean, it's also an ultimate, so it's supposed to do a lot. And be, you know, have lots of things going on. Why are you a butterfly? That's weird. But I mean, here's the thing. I fully believe that no piece of media is ever going to appeal to every person. That's just not how things work. So, even though I love this game and have a lot of fun with it, it's perfectly okay if, from what you've seen of it, from what I've demonstrated of it, you're like, yep, that's not for me. Rude. I mean, strong word or not, if that's the word you feel best encompasses... Well, I mean, here's the thing, Sven. Effects and special, like, combinations aren't the be-all and end-all of the combat. There's a bunch of other things going on at once. And some of it's a lot to manage, and okay, I'm confused. I am thoroughly confused. Oh, I see. I'm being an idiot is what's happening. I should probably top off my health, actually. Since I'm an idiot. This way. Ooh. That's a long way down. Dreadable! Okay. And then go in here, and then the door opens. Yes? Yeah. Also, I think that fight was supposed to be like a... Not quite a boss fight, but kind of like a mini boss fight-esque.
What in Tibet
I
is
know!
going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute!
Hey!
What's the matter? You don't look so good.
I have no... Hey, Space Fan! I don't know what's going on, but I am all for this. This is delightful. This is... I mean, this kind of stuff is why I like this game, to be honest, because this game is not afraid to get weird on you. Like, weird stuff's gonna happen, and we're just like, yeah. Okay. No, but seriously, why Inazuma? Like, oh, I know exactly how this is gonna go. Do I stand like right here or something? I need to... Hang on, I need to do a thing, don't I? It's like... I see you, Gabe. I know where this goes. I've always happy to see people in chat, whether they're an old face or a familiar face. Okay, so where do I need to be standing? Does it look like... Right. He's a line. Yeah, there it is. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. We're solving some puzzles, exploring a weird place. I think we're asleep. I'm pretty sure we're asleep. Yeah, I'm good. This is great. I'm having a blast with this. This is Genshin Impact. This is fun. Come on, up we go. I should not have done that. I should not have done that. That was dumb. We're just gonna wait for that to come back down. I have teeth. Oh, that moves fast. Yeah.
Scatter!
Okay, let's try this again with less failure this time. More words. Oh, great. That's great. So where are we going? Over here. We have to go there. Hello, person. Why are you angry? Oh, God.
Well.
You.
Looks like we meet again, traveler.
You. Oh, I'm gonna have fun kicking your butt.
Miss Harold, what are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting.
Is he taller? I think he's taller.
Needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
Anything you do concerns me because you're my brother's right-hand man, which means anything you're doing immediately comes becomes top of my problems list. So don't even try that with me, Mr. Harold. Get back here.
Bow before the abyss.
Ha!
No.
Incoming! Ha!
This could piss off. Or give me back my brother.
Propagate! Duh.
Oh, dude, that hurts.
Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Scatter! No one escapes my sight! Go!
I have to remember that I don't have shields anymore because Victory doesn't have shields.
Propagate!
But it does do lots of extra damage.
Yeah, germinate! Hey! Duh. Scatter! Nowhere to hide.
So,
Don't blink!
don't. You're gonna stay over there. Oh. We ain't messing with that more than we absolutely have to. Why are we not damaging him?
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Pretty sure it's because we're dreaming.
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really
Excuse you? You want to rethink that, buddy? Excuse you? My journey will not end here. I still must find my brother. Extremely rude. Extraordinarily rude. I think off with his head is the appropriate response to this.
Your brother? Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial?
Lumine might be living in a little bit of denial, if I'm being honest. Like just a teensy bit of denial. But we still have to locate him and beat sensitive brother. That might be intentional. Like that. Don't look at me. I don't know. I don't know. Everything I know about Hat in Time was snippets of your playthrough that I've seen. Which is not much, to be honest. But no, I think their intentions are like, we're gonna make his voice distorted and as creepy as possible on purpose.
His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon.
Oh wow. You think you can get away with saying that? Oh, this is not gonna end well. This is not going to end well.
The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless.
We're about to see Lumine cut dice a person into tiny bits. Somebody wants to get mincemeat and stuffed into a bread.
But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
You first, buddy. First an Uno reverse card when you need one. I'm not scared of you. Here we go. And we're awake. What was all that just now? Strange. It feels like I was just dreaming for a moment there. But I can't remember what I saw.
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
Ah, so sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that?
Sorry, I kind of zoned out for a second. Sorry, seeing Hypatia must have given me a shock. I don't think the Traveler is okay.
Oh, guess that makes sense. She does look kind of rough at the moment. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first.
Yeah. I don't think the Traveler is okay. I think we may have to tell Mr.
Wait a
Fluffy
sec.
Ears.
Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Probably will be gentler on her stomach than whatever. After the.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you?
First of all, do I look like I have big fluffy ears to you?
Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
Here it is.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you.
Well, I think we caused you some trouble too, so I think we're even.
I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's a VA who works for, who's done a role or two in Fire Emblem.
We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
COVID. Yeah. Gee, it's almost like I know you at this point, Nikki. Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Is that what we're gonna call the little green friend?
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Is it a little round creature? Kind of like a cabbage.
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Oh, okay. Cool. Tell the patient Paimon everything that happened after the game. Oh, good. We're telling somebody about that.
Hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
Paimon? Paimon? Somebody forgot that I'm an alien. I think. Like, whenever anyone's just like, that's crazy, there's like, I'm an alien. No, there's nothing in this world that's crazier than me. In any situation.
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here.
No,
You
that's
needn't
sweet.
worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
Yeah, I figured because you mentioned those two had the same, her and Boss had the same voice actor before, and it makes sense that they would hire actors and actresses they already had to do minor roles.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say some kind of forest sprite.
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon.
That makes sense.
I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul.
What a coincidence. Same with us.
Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure
Okay.
at the opening of
It's
the
so
cave.
cute.
In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to.
I think it's earned head pats.
It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me.
What fascinating creatures. Sounds like a great neighbor.
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Oh, I have a billion questions. But first, I think we need to cook her some actual food.
Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
You should probably
Well,
make her
if
some.
somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier. Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later. All right, we're out, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari came to visit.
Yeah, Paimon is about 60% sass in almost any given moment. Sometimes it's earned, sometimes I find it a little bit annoying. Like I've said before, Paimon's character overall is fairly hit or miss for me. Like, sometimes it's fine, and I don't mind her at all. Sometimes she's good. But there's a couple of character. I would say Paimon's two big character traits are talking a lot and always wanting food. Sometimes it's fine. So it just kind of depends on the situation. Who's Chip? I feel like that's a question that I'm gonna regret asking. So, fun fact spin. Chocolate doesn't exist. So far in this game, we've been to 4 nations. Well, this is our 4th nation. We've just getting started, and I have not seen anything that even resembles chocolate in this game. Anyway, while Spin has a nervous breakdown, I'll take care of this real quick.
All done! Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already washed it. Oh, it smells amazing! And the box is a nice touch, too! Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia!
Well, I mean, if you're in a world where it never existed in the first place, you wouldn't miss it. Because it never existed for you. So it's fine.
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
Does this meal together Telepasia about connecting with himself?
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time.
Well, you see, I'm very special. I'm very special.
It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
I wonder if it's because it wants to tell us something. Like, it being as old as it is, with the knowledge and wisdom that it has, is aware that we might be the key to bringing down the abyss potentially. Or even the key, or potentially the key to curing it of whatever rot or damage or thing that is affecting it.
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn eel primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power.
Also that, because we seem very sensitive to elemental powers. Like, extraordinarily sensitive. At least, if the game is being consistent.
Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth.
I think I understand. Sorry, you lost me there. I think I
Naturally.
understand.
Anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
I mean, again, we have no idea what Lumine's life was like before her and her brother stepped foot into that. But I'm sure they've seen some stuff. I mean, they're world hoppers. Literally. They go from world to world and travel around. I mean, how do you not collect all kinds of wisdom and understanding after centuries, potentially even millennia of traveling between worlds? Like, duh.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions.
Yeah, unique is actually probably the right word.
Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn Ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've already fully recovered.
Have we, though?
Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn Ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
We'll see how that goes.
Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Yeah, except I'm pretty sure it's going to come with a bunch of other side effects at some point. Like, I'm pretty sure there's going to be consequences for us at some point.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritawe Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies.
I might know a thing or two about stars.
Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact.
We also could introduce you to someone who knows quite a bit about the stars.
I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life.
Excuse me.
Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage.
That's concerning.
Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself.
That can't be good.
That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Which is why she ignored us when we first met her.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risk, Hypatia?
Well, it's a tree that has the knowledge and wisdom of, presumably, everything to that's ever happened unto that. And the human mind is not built for that. It's not. I don't even think the gods' minds are built for that. So, yeah. Gotta have an existential crisis very quickly.
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon.
We'll see.
But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
I'm sorry, what? Pardon? Explain. Yes, I know this is coming from someone who has admitted multiple times that she doesn't dream, but like, what? That's weird. I mean, my lack of dreams comes from the fact that I don't sleep deep enough to enter a proper dream state, because I don't get enough hours to do that. So it's a whole thing. That's why it's called insomnia.
Ah, is that true?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yes, well,
That's weird.
to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do.
That's some fairy tale stuff. That is some fairy tale nonsense. That's weird. That's weird. That's not normal. That is suspicious. Yeah. Yeah. What? The Disney movie?
The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
Reminds me of the dream I saw from Marinara. It's a big chaotic mess. Yeah.
Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep.
No. I'm gonna... No. Look, it's one thing for an individual to not dream much or at all, but like a whole section of the nation being unable to dream, that's weird. That's magical. So, and I don't think it's a blessing. I don't think it's a net positive, I'll say.
I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming.
That's... I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be.
Yep.
Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
Yeah.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she saw when she connected with Irminsul?
Sorry.
I have thoughts.
I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself.
Question is, whose memory? Hopefully one of ours.
World forget me. What could that possibly mean?
Yeah, pretty sure it's... I'm pretty sure the voice we heard speaking very faintly these words was us. Or some past version of Lumine.
If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me.
Yeah, we wish you luck in your endeavors.
There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Well, I think we'll be doing that next time. And I'm gonna call this here for tonight. That's some stuff to think about. Anyway, Thank you all for being here. I'm so happy to see lots of people in the chat. Thank you everybody who showed up. Thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Not sure when that will be. Bye bye.